Hey, what's going on, heroes? Welcome back to Manny Reads Comics, where I read my comics and then I review them, recap, let you know what's going on in case you don't have time to read them or anything like that, and then give you a little bit of what I think of that issue. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Shadecraft number 2, but first, let me just say thank you for joining. I truly appreciate it, and let's just get this started. Shadecraft number 2, number 1 left off where she discovers that her shadow is not actually her shadow anymore. It's her brother Rick. And we don't know how that happened. We just know she was attacked by a different shadow monster, and Rick saved her. Um, and that's basically like a little cliffhanger. So that was pretty cool. This one opens up where we kind of get like an explanation of what happened to Rick. Um, he was just driving down the road. He had an accident. There was a truck coming his way with no headlights on, and he was run off the road. And so he hit a tree, and after that, he's just been in a coma since. Um, I'm thinking that this demon or whatever this shadow creature is attacking uh, Zadie, right? Obviously, it's attacking Zadie, but when it decided to attack Zadie for whatever reason, because I'm assuming that Zadie's gonna have some kind of latent powers that nobody talks about, some kind of lineage. That's an assumption, but um, I'm assuming that whenever this creature decided to go after Zadie, this is what awakened, or somewhat awakened Rick to be to allow himself to go into her shadow and protect her. Um, I'm not 100% sure on that. That's just a thought off the top of my head. But now they're stuck together. He is her shadow, and no one can hear him except for her. So that's a little bit annoying throughout the book because she continues to talk to him as if he's there. I feel like that she should have at least tried to talk to him telepathically just to see if it would work. But of course now she's talking out loud, and some people find it weird, some don't. Whatever. Um, then we move on to Zadie going to the high school and running into Josh, who where we last saw Josh was him being awkwardly kissed by Zadie. She took a signal the wrong way, and he was like, "I just want my switch back," and that was the last time we saw that him. But now we see him, and he wants to explain like, "Hey, there was nothing wrong. I was just kind of shocked, and to tell you the truth, I am kind of seeing someone." Um, Zadie didn't know that. He's like, I don't know. I don't really know where we're at right now at our in our relationship, so that's why I haven't told you. But but yeah, that's why I reacted the way I did. And Zadie's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. No big deal. Not even thinking about it. And Rick, of course, is like, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you're over it. You seem like you're over it, right? Um, but then she makes her way to her locker where her friend lets her know, hey, those two bullies that recorded you last time, put your video all over online and stuff. They were messing with your locker, so be careful. And she's like, whatever. Opens the locker, and it's a bunch of flowers. And it looks like these bullies are apologizing to her. They're like, hey, we shouldn't have done what we did, um, especially after everything you've been through with your brother. We just want to apologize. And that's when Zadie looks over and she realizes that they are apologizing, but they're also recording. And so she puts two and two together immediately, which is so awesome. Like I really do appreciate that she's not so gullible. But immediately she goes, "You're just doing this to get more views. This is not a authentic apology at all. Leave me alone. It's not sincere." And at this point, Rick, he kind of goes over one of the apologizers, Maria. I think that's her name. No, Carla. Um, Goes into like her shadow and kind of makes her look like she has a horse's butt. It's hilarious. It's caught on it's being recorded, and I was about to show my age and say it was caught on tape and stuff, but I don't think that's the saying anymore. Either way, being recorded. It's hilarious. She runs away all mad. Perfect, right? Then Zadie needs to meet with the school's newest counselor. As soon as I saw that it was a new counselor, I immediately was like, all right, this person's either going to be an enemy of Zadie or is going to be some kind of mentor or helper of Zadie, because there's no way there's coincidences in the comic book world. She runs into a shadow creature, and now there's a new counselor that wants to talk to her specifically. Yeah, that's all the telltale signs, right? And of course, she says, I'm here to talk to you about your brother or any other things, just because the video that those bullies put up, that's the excuse that she's using to talk to Zadie. And then Ricky, being annoying as he is throughout this issue, he's just messing around, making funny faces and figures in front of the counselor. And when she opens her drawer, he sees that there's a gun there, and he goes, "Zadie, there's a gun. Like, there's, you need to. She needs to know that there's a gun there." And Zadie was just about to kind of confess that she sees Rick in the shadow form, that she sees the shadow creatures. But as soon as Rick says that she has a gun, she kind of brings it back. I cannot remember what she tells the counselor, but she tells him something that's believable. It's like a truth with a lie, or a lie with a truth. It's believable. It was enough to get through the past the counselor and go with the rest of her day. So this whole time, obviously, I've been annoyed by Ricky. He's just taking this too lightly. It's obviously a serious situation. Not only on Zadie's side, who got attacked by a shadow monster, but on the family side, who that they need to take care of him. He's in a coma. He's been in a coma for over a year. It's not funny, and he's just been treating everything as a joke. So I did really appreciate this scene where when Zadie brought up to the counselor that like Rick's been in a coma and it's been tough on the whole family. It kind of brought Ricky back to Earth, and after they left the counselor, he says, take me home. I want to see how this has affected not only you, but mom and dad. And that's another weird thing there. The dad was showed up. No, he didn't even show up in the last issue. He was just talked about that he has to work a lot. He did show up, but it was just for like a scene. But he has to work a lot, so he doesn't really take care of Ricky. His mom does the heavy load with Ricky, like taking care of him, making sure he's okay, giving him a bath. I think she's taking the full force of this, basically taking the full force of the responsibility. So he sees that, he realizes, it's like, okay, this hasn't been a picnic for everybody. He has affected, obviously it's not his fault that he got run over, but this has affected everybody, and it did make him less goofy, which I appreciated. So then him and Zadie came up with some kind of theory that the location of where he crashed is probably the origin of how he became this shadow creature, and she wants to go check that out. But first, they go to the school at night to investigate the counselor, and while there, she's about to sneak in. Oh, she does sneak in. She sees the desk, goes to the desk, opens the drawer. There's no gun, so she's thinking maybe Ricky was lying. He's like, "No, I promise you, it was there. Why would I lie about that?" And as she's about to leave, she goes, "You know what, Ricky, I believe you." And he's like, "Yeah, you do?" And she's like, "Yeah, because it's being pointed at me as I speak." And the counselor's there, pointing the gun at Zadie, which has another suspicion. Like, why does she immediately point a gun, right? But that's answered almost as soon as I asked it, because the counselor says, like, basically she's not pointing the gun at Zadie, she's pointing it at the shadow creature, not Ricky, but the shadow creature that's behind Zadie. And then she mentions, she's like, you don't understand, or you don't realize that you're the one creating this shadow creature. You're the one in charge here. And at this point, that's how it ends. Ricky's surprised, Zadie's surprised, everyone's surprised, and there's just this shadow like being behind Zadie. So is she really in control? Who knows? But I think I think this is a 6.5 out of 10, just because, like, again, it's still building up. It's the issue number 2. It's still trying to get that mystery going of what's happening, and the mystery is great. What is this shadow creature? Why is Ricky there? Um, and what does this counselor want? You know, like these are all good questions to build the story up, and I'm here for it. This is a great story. I can't wait for the next issue to come out soon. I think the only negative I have is Ricky being silly at first, but like I said, he grounds himself. And last but not least, the great artwork again by Lee Garbett. It really brings the story together, and yeah, that's it. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna continue reading this one. Let me know what you thought. If you're listening on Spotify or any kind of podcast, I appreciate it. Make sure you follow it for notifications of when I get my next review up. If you're on YouTube, then please share and subscribe. That's the only way to be a hero in my book, is to share and subscribe. Share with your friends. Share with anyone that you think needs this, anyone that you think would appreciate it, or someone who has opinions of their own and would love to get them out with somebody else. I'm here to talk. I would love to get those bounce of opinions back and forth. Other than that, thank you for listening. Truly appreciate it. You guys have a great day.